So today's tutorial is on how to become a good consumer. Okay, before I start the steps, as usual, I want you to be in an undercarb state. So just get all that fruit, rice, pasta, potatoes, and just chuck them in the bin. Okay? Have you done that? Great. Now you are in the best state to be taken advantage of. Let's get started. Make sure you get your education from magazines and TV. They've been with you from birth, so they know what's best for you. They teach you all the important things in life. Pink is for girls, blue is for boys, Barbies for girls, toy trucks for boys, and so on. TV commercials and drama-filled soapies are your friend. TV will help you become a 5-star consumer without much effort at all, as they subliminally and repetitively program you to buy a particular product. Don't worry, it's a painless process. Just sit back, relax, and let your brain be hypnotized into thinking it needs some useless piece of shit.
He showed American corporations for the first time how they could make people want things they didn't need by linking mass-produced goods to their unconscious desires. Out of this would come a new political idea of how to control the masses.
Work, buy, consume, die. This is a process to live by. It will ensure that you stay in the rat race. Make sure you get a drone job that bores the shit out of you to support your habit. And rack up that credit card like there's no tomorrow. Just accept your fate of work, buy, consume, die. You're too boring to create something new, so just hang with the herd. The government always needs more dumbed-down sheeple to keep the economy strong.
Our financial institutions remain strong, and the American economy will be open for business as well.
And I encourage you all to go shopping more.
Our entire lives are dedicated towards feeding the system.
You may live a life of quiet desperation and guilt, but don't worry, soon you will be dead and future generations can pick up from where you left off. It's important to aim for unrealistic standards. This will help you get in the mood to consume. Even though supermodels are far less than 1% of the population, make sure you use them as role models. Forget the fact that most of them haven't hit puberty yet, or have some eating disorder, or addicted to smack, or have been put through Photoshop. This should not enter your mind. Idolize celebrity actors who are masters at acting like somebody else. Great role models.
Next, I'm using a kabuki brush to apply powder foundation, moving on to the eyes, and a pair of green eye contacts.
Consumerism. That's what people use. They fill the void, stuff. You know you bought a lot of shit because you're broke now, and your house is full of shit. You walk around the house looking for a pencil or a piece of paper, you can't find anything useful like that, but you can always put your hands on a purple furry cube with the number 6 on the side and rubber legs underneath, and you pick it up and you go, what is this shit? Why is it in the house? Because you bought it, that's why. Like all the other crap you never use.
Feeling sad, bored, useless, lacking purpose in life? Don't bother carving up and looking within for the answer. Just distract yourself. Get down to the mall now and grab the latest designer fashion. This will help you climb to the top of the consumer rung, and other consumers will respect you and envy you, and for about 5 minutes you'll feel good about yourself. Don't worry about function, fashion is most important. And remember, you are what you own.
I'm very shallow and superficial when it comes to brand names, but I can justify my terrible shoe addiction. I've told you this before, when I was a child, I had to make my first communion in boys' brown wingtip shoes. I just want to shudder when I think about that day. I had on my little white communion dress, little white veil, my little white rosary and my white Bible, and boys' brown wingtip shoes. I seriously need deep, intensive therapy for that one. But anyway, I just want to forget that. Let's put that behind us and just get started on Christian Louboutin shoes, because I love Christian Louboutin.
Sales are the most important day on the consumer calendar, so make sure you're part of the party. Get there first and sleep at the shop door until it opens. Even if you trample someone to death, Don't worry, those people are casualties of war. As long as you get your 30% off that inflatable cushion.
A day after a worker was trampled to death by an early morning Black Friday stampede inside this Long Island Walmart, people are wondering just how a post-holiday hunt for bargains could cost someone their life. Police say the crowd even jostled first responders as they attempted to revive Dimitai Damore, who was pronounced dead at the hospital about an hour later. Meanwhile, those who knew Damore call his death senseless.
Sounds kind of crazy. They act like animals. Just to buy something for $5, save $5, and actually murdered this guy.
Fuck the environment, you've got shit to buy. Because consumerism is a new religion, you can easily justify destroying the planet with your useless purchases and ignorant eating habits. Even though we would need 5 planets if everyone wanted to consume like you, don't worry. No one else gives a shit, so why should you? It's one big party and future generations can suck it and pay the price.
The speed that these machines can rip through this forest, their homes there. I just can't think of the number of creatures that are buried in here. They've just flattened everything, absolutely flattened.
Okay, so thank you for watching my tutorial. It's time to hit the shops.